Okay.
Hello, this is Critical Me. I'm Mitchell.
This is Eric.
This is Critical Me. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Not the original. The remake. A great remake.
Excellent remake. Actually, like...
Better than the original.
With one exception. The drug has radically boosted.
First category.
Let's start with story. Well, obviously it's a remake, so they've got certain parameters that they need to work within a story, but the way they develop, like, an ape, you know, and his story of how it all came together, to me was really amazing, the character development with the story. And I'm going to give it solid 8 for story.
I also like the way they handled the character development of the ape.
Yeah, no.
I'll give it an 8, solid 8 for story as well. Performances?
Performances.
Solid direction, solid acting by some decent actors, and some really solid acting by CGI actors. That's something I think a lot of people will be talking about, although that falls more under artistry. The way we talk about films, I do think it's worth pointing out that there's some really groundbreaking work done with non-live actors in this film, and so I think it falls under performances as well. Very solid performances all around. I'd give it a solid 7.
I agree. As far as performances go, you hit it kind of in the head with how they, just the way they interacted, the way they showed emotions, everything, without even using words sometimes, or a lot of the time, and just being able to communicate through actions. Usually a performance is definitely not driven on those kind of elements, so I want to give it an 8.
They're not people, you know.
Okay, artistry. I liked the way things looked and the way things came together visually, in terms of conveying the story and emotions and a lot of the subtlety. Again, the special effects CGI work was very, very well done. I'm fairly certain that the people who were involved in producing that work are going to wind up with some Oscars.
Yeah, it'll be non-justice if they don't.
It's kind of amazing. You totally you forget you're watching a movie at times, which is really bizarre when you're watching a science fiction movie, especially. The CGI work was that seamless, and fully realized the depth and breadth of these animals that you wind up connecting with. So great work in the artistry department. I would give it an 8 for artistry.
I mean, there's not really much more I can add than what he said. It's like 100% of that. We're getting, people are watching more movies and they're trying to push in the special effects, and sometimes it falls flat or it doesn't connect, but I felt this just seamless, and it was very high, like I think the highest level that I've seen in movies that I've given, higher ratings, but I'm going to rate it at a 9, a solid 9 for visually. I mean, the way that they...
As opposed to a not solid 9. For vibe.
I'm going to say for vibe, like the movie, from beginning to end, like I don't know, I was bored at all. Like I was like, there was like always interest, energy. Maybe you're not always at the edge of your seat, but there was definitely a vibe and a connection that you would feel towards these characters. I really feel that. So I'm going to give it an 8 for vibe.
I agree with Eric that there was definitely a vibe. Yeah, this is. I don't really do science fiction and yet this was, I found this to be really affective, really evocative. Really drew me in ways that I wasn't expecting to be drawn in. So yeah, for vibe, I would give it a 7.
Entertainment value.
Go see this movie. This is do they have it in 3D? I don't know if they do.
No.
They don't. I still think this is a go see it in theaters kind of movie. We saw it at the Cinerama Dome, and it was great in that big, old theater setting. I found it to be really entertaining on levels that I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be entertaining in. And it just really had a lot to offer. It was actually really moving, certain turns, funny in turns, and just a great example of what Hollywood can still do in terms of putting together and telling and bringing to life a really unique story in ways that you can't really do in any other mediums. So I would give it an 8 for entertainment value. It's a great movie. You should go see it.
Yeah, for entertainment value, I wanted to see it, but I really wasn't excited to see it. You know, I kind of went in with...
You should have been.
Well, based on... I haven't really
No, I
heard
know.
anybody...
I didn't know either. You know, like I said, I was like pleasantly surprised. Like it was even... I knew it would be good, but it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I feel like people's bar is set so high for movies when they go into it that it's hard to live up to those expectations. I felt this one had a decent bar set, and I just did not think it was gonna even. I thought I was gonna be, it was good, but definitely worth seeing in the theater. If you don't see it in the theater, 100% rent this movie. Like, this is one of the really better movies we've seen this year, and in the last couple of years in the sci-fi genre, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think it's worth seeing on the big screen just for the outstanding CGI and special effects work, because you can see that on your little TV at home, but it was really impressive seeing it in that format.
Not to be a spoiler alert, but there's definitely going to be another one, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, they already announced the trilogy.